I'm Cortney Kenny, and I'm in the Fundamental Communications class, and this is my demonstrative speech. Okay, first I'd like to say it's summertime, so what is your favorite thing to do for summer? Mine is to go to barbecues and enjoy all the cool, refreshing salads. My favorites are just the cucumber tomato macaroni salad, or just the signature macaroni salad or potato salad. But I also have a family treat that we make this Snicker apple salad, but it also can be a dessert. So I'm going to show you the products that you need to buy to make it, how to make it, and then basically then you get to enjoy it. So it's super easy and super simple. It is a family tradition. It's been in my family for many years. And so my kids eat it up. Like my daughter, this is her birthday treat that I have to make every year for her class. It's not something, and it's super easy, so I don't mind making it. But first I'm going to start with telling you what you need. You're going to need a bowl and a measuring cup, and then you'll need, I'm going to double the batch, so you can cut this in half if you want to, but you generally only need 2 boxes of the Jell-O vanilla pudding. You'll need 4 Snicker bars is what we use, or I have found that if you can find them, they're kind of hard to find. You can buy the bite-size Snickers, and they work a lot easier, and you don't have to take the time to cut. You'll need 1 container of the whipped topping, and then you'll need roughly like 4 to 6 apples. It's kind of, you gotta kind of have to play with that and see kind of what your personal preference is. So first I'm gonna mix up my pudding, and you're gonna need, this is like normal pudding, you mix it with your 2 cups of milk. Kind of a messy cook. And I like to mix this first because then it can kind of set up, because then you're supposed to kind of fold all of your ingredients into it. Just kind of mix that up, get it good incorporated. Maybe. Now generally a box of pudding you're supposed to do 2 cups of milk per box, but the recipe calls it, just slims it down just a little bit. In my research that I did, because like I said, this is kind of a family recipe that I'm going off of, but I did look up some other recipes and variations and stuff, and like Taste of Home, when I looked them up, they only use 1 box of pudding with just 1.5 cups of milk. They don't use the 2 boxes, but I like the 2 boxes because it gives it just a little bit more of a vanilla flavor and stuff. I'll just do 1 batch. So we'll set that to the side and kind of let that thicken up a little bit. Okay, next I usually like to cut my Snicker bars after that. And like I said, you need roughly 4 of them. It's kind of personal preference. Taste of Home, they use 4 apples and 4 Snicker bars. My other one that I looked up, they use 6 candy bars and 6 apples. So it kind of just depends on, like I said, personal preference, how much you want in it. Some people like a lot less in it, more of the pudding side of it, but. And I'm cutting the Snicker bars. I cut them the long way first, and then I have them from there, so you kind of get the like square, like bite size. And I couldn't find any bite size because that would have been, it's a lot easier, I have found, when I make it for my daughter all the time. Now the next thing I'm going to cut and work on is the apples. My favorite kind in this is the Granny Smith apples. They kind of just offset the sweetness of the candy and the pudding. They're a little bit tartar. I know other people have just put regular, like the red apples in it and stuff like that, and it's kind of how much work you want to put into it. I don't cut the skins off mine, but you can. I have had it both ways where they cut the skins off, but you kind of just dice them up into chunks, and you can do bigger chunks, littler chunks. It's kind of a nice little surprise to get that little juicy tart into it. And I like to think it's a little bit healthier too with the apples in it. Normally I have to cut a few more than just a couple apples because I start to eat them as I'm cooking with it, so. And you can kind of see kind of on my plate a little bit, there's a good variation, like the apple and the Snicker ratio and stuff, so I'll probably just cut up 2 apples for this round because sometimes I add more, sometimes I don't. But then the next thing you do is you just kind of add it in here with your pudding. Yeah, that's already thickening up a lot. Kind of just toss everything in. Doesn't have to be pretty. As I said before, I'm a very messy cook. The last thing you add is your whipped topping, just to make it more of a salad, because you know, what's a salad without whipped topping? It's kind of like your fluffs and stuff. This is normally how we eat our salad with our family and stuff. From the, was it the Spicy Country Kitchen, I think, was my other southern reference. Kristen, she put on there that they add in marshmallows sometime, because as you know, a lot of the fluff salads, there's marshmallows in them, like the Watergate salad and stuff like that, or the orange fluff and stuff. You just add marshmallows in kind of for, I think, a texture. This one I think has enough texture, so I don't, and I'm not a huge fan of marshmallows myself, so I don't put them in usually. But then you just kind of keep mixing this until all your stuff's mixed together. And then they also add, like when you serve it, you could add, if you want a little something extra sweeter with it, caramel topping, like just like the ice cream topping, or sometimes just chocolate sauce. You know, the kids like the extra chocolate, so. But yeah, that is my Snicker apple salad. You can see the different textures of the apples and the Snickers, and you can see the yellowness of the vanilla pudding. Like I said, a huge family favorite of ours. It goes over very well. You have to make a very big bowl for it. And very easy to make. Like I said, there were, what, 4 or 5 ingredients and stuff, so very easy to make. And it's all kind of personal preference on what you use, how many, how much, what kind. I mean, I love the Granny Smith, the tart apples, but if you don't want something that sweet, you can definitely go with a different type of apple. But yeah, it's very easy to make, a family favorite. So in conclusion, I would like to just point out that I showed you the ingredients you need to make this salad, how to make it, and then just some fun little add-ins that you can put in with it, with the caramel and the marshmallows and stuff like that if you want to add those in later or something. So thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed my demonstration, and I hope you'll try it sometime.